Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Jake. Welcome to Tech Kitchen. So today I'm going to be reviewing a monitor that I chose as my bedroom monitor. I needed it to do two things. One, to be able to function as a bigger screen for my laptop, and two, to be able to run my Xbox One S at a pretty good rate. So a couple of things that I'm looking for are, number one, I'd like a nice, vivid, colorful picture, a decent response time, and a good audio output. A lot of monitors out there either don't have speakers or the speakers are really weak, they're on the rear, and so I didn't want to have to buy extra speakers for my bedroom setup. So with that in mind, without any further delay, let's go ahead and get into the review and see what I chose. This is the Dell 2718H 27-inch monitor. It has an infinity edge display, which pretty much just means that there's not much of a frame. It has a very thin bezel and it makes the monitor look nice and sleek. It is an IPS panel, which is very important if you're using apps like Hulu and Netflix. It basically allows you to view the monitor from all angles. It is 1080p. And supports HDR10 or high dynamic range, which, if you don't know, pretty much just means that the colors are going to be more vivid and the contrast is going to be better than usual. Now, if we take a look at the side of the monitor here, I just want to kind of show you the side profile so that you can see it really doesn't take up much space at all. If anything, as far as front to back goes, it's the speaker that's embedded into the stand that takes up the most space. Now, speaking of that speaker, no pun intended, I was absolutely blown away with the quality. It has dual 12-watt firing speakers. It's powered by Waves Max audio. I really thought when I bought this I was going to have to buy additional computer speakers. I bought a gaming headset just to be prepared so that I could game in the bedroom. And the quality of this is definitely great. It rivals that of a lower priced soundbar, so there's really no need to spend any extra money for audio. Now, if we take a look at the buttons on the bottom of the panel here, I just kind of want to touch on those. There's 5 buttons at the bottom going from right to left. So we're going to start with the power button, and I'm sure you can see the white light that has lit up right above my finger here. And so we'll move over to the next one, which is basically brings up the menu. This far left option is your preset modes. Now, the only drawback with this monitor is that it really doesn't give you any in-depth calibration. You kind of have these preset modes that you have to select from. You might be able to mess with the brightness, the contrast on a few of these, but for the most part, they're kind of set it and forget it. Let's keep going here. Now, if we go to the other sub panel here, this is going to be your main menu. These, of course, that was your inputs. Here we are, the HDMI input that I have, and nothing else really to see here. The preset mode that you're in, which of course in the other screen is where you would select that display. So you can increase the sharpness, you can increase the response time. I did set mine to fast since I'm going to be using it for gaming as well. Really didn't touch the sharpness. Sharpness is not something I like to increase because I don't like to see all those artifacts. Here, of course, we are showing that the max audio speaker is what's being used. Power button LED, I like to keep mine on. More lights looks better to me. Just basic menu options here. Transparency is just how see-through the menu is. English, timer, lock, reset. And a lot of this stuff is self-explanatory, but I just want to go through these menus with you so that you can get an idea of the options that it has. So let me go ahead and exit out of this. And we will move on to the next thing, which is going to be the connections on the back of the monitor. So if we take a look on the back here, you're going to see there's 5 inputs, actually 6 inputs here. So we're going to start going from left to right. And as you can see, the first connection is the power. So obviously where you plug it into the wall. Then we have the speaker input, and that's what connects, that's what's in the stand. This is the HDMI input, followed by a VGA input. Then we have an audio in, and at last we have an audio out. So very self-explanatory, nothing fancy here. It's got what you need to get going, and that's all I ask. So just a side note here, this monitor does only have one HDMI connection, and as you know, I wanted to connect my laptop and the Xbox One S, so I purchased this Rocketfish Hdmi Selector. So I'm able to use 4 HDMI sources if I'd like. I love that it has this touchscreen front. It looks nice, and it's very convenient just to be able to swap back and forth. Just a little additional side note for you guys there in case you're looking for a similar setup. So here is everything once again. Now I just want to kind of run a little bit of gameplay so you guys can see. It does have AMD FreeSync, which I don't use, as well as a 6 millisecond response time. So let's get a little bit of gameplay in and let's see how it performs.
Guardian, the Fallen are bringing in their armory. Again. You'd think they'd know better by now.
Look at those catches. They never learn.
And teach them a new lesson.
That's all the cameras. You know what that means. Two walkers. How do you like that, Fallen? Oh, wait.
An extremely successful sortie, as I've come to expect from you. Well done. Again.
Okay, and yes, I did just do a heroic event all by myself. So there it is, the S2718H. I think this was the perfect choice for me, and I highly recommend it for anybody out there looking for a similar solution. Well, there you have it. So let me know what you think. Was this a good choice? Do you have any questions about this monitor? Anything that I forgot to cover? If so, let me know, drop a comment. Do you think this was a horrible recommendation and maybe there's a monitor out there that is worlds better for the price that I just missed in my search? If so, let me know, drop a comment. And if you just want to rag on my team or maybe the Spurs, you know, talk a little trash and troll a little bit, feel free to do that as well. Whatever you want to contribute to the conversation, let me know, drop a comment. It won't only help me to learn more, but also the audience out there as well. As always, be sure to subscribe and stay tuned as more videos are on the way. Be sure to check the description for links to every product covered in this video, as well as find out how you can learn about Meniere's disease, a condition I suffer from, and how you can donate to help keep this channel going. Once again, thank you for watching, stay tuned, and have a great day.